Alright, hey everyone, it's AntagonistKim, and we're back with more Disco Elysium. So, we completed the autopsy. Kim left to take the body into town, where it needs to be further processed, so we got that done. We are going to talk to Plaisance about her supernatural invader, get that off the list, and unfortunately we did internalize that race stuff to talk to Measurehead about, because I also want that to be off of our list of things for Monday. And, you know, since we have some extra time, maybe we'll talk more with Plaisance, but we'll see. We gotta get a hold of a sad song on tape for this. Okay, let's go. Additionally, we found out that the gardener in the front is actually the law attorney that what's her name was talking that Yvonne Claire was talking about. What's this guy still standing here for? He moved, right? Because he was the drunk guy from over here, or are they the same guy? Yeah, he's he moved. Okay. Cool. Oh, we have someone new here. Who's this? Working class woman. You see a sturdy woman humming to herself. She seems to be browsing books. Is that a good one?
Yes. Hello?
She nods her attention, fully focused, reading. Who are you?
Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
She doesn't really want to be disturbed that much. If she's such a working class woman, why isn't she working?
Shouldn't you be working class woman?
Not all the time. Right now I'm browsing books. Even a working class woman needs something to read.
Good.
It is.
I'm a policeman.
I know you are.
Do you need the help of a policeman?
What with?
Maybe your husband is missing. Watch her browse books. That's all. I guess I'll let you know.
The woman before you nods and returns to her reading.
Okay. I guess let's talk to Plaisance. I don't think there's anything else here we can do. We could talk to the little girl again, real quick.
Every snowflake is like a little gift from the sky.
Shouldn't you be at school or something? What is this crime business? What is romance? Where are these famous people? Who is that? Points to the one browsing the books.
Oh, that's Auntie Billy. She's nice if a bit distressed.
She's your aunt?
No, sir. She's a working woman who comes to look at the books a lot.
Why is she distressed?
I think she is a bad husband. Not very nice or helpful.
That's good to know. Okay. Shouldn't you be at home doing... shouldn't you be at school or something? Let's go back and talk to her then. Maybe your husband is missing or browser books?
My husband? No, he's not.
The little girl told me over there you had a bad husband.
Excuse me? A bad husband?
Her back straightens. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Not a nice and helpful sort.
Do policemen just go around repeating what some kid off the street said?
Those were her words, not mine. Just merely asking. She isn't just some kid off the street. She seems very mature for her age. I'm just asking.
Can I give you some friendly advice, Mr. Policeman? Don't listen to kids.
So you don't have a bad husband?
No, I don't. I have a good husband. The kind and helpful sort. And he's not missing.
So where could he be then?
I don't know. At home now? Out drinking with his friends? Working?
Alright.
She gives you a short nod and shifts her attention back to books. The woman before you nods.
Okay. Let's go talk to Plaisance now. I just want to see if that changed anything. Okay. Madam, we know what your ghost is.
You're alive and well. Don't keep me waiting now. What's in there? In that dark sarcophagus?
The dark sarcophagus.
Yes. How was it?
Tell her how ghastly it was. You know it's what she wants to hear.
It was a house of carnal failed business enterprises, leeching life, energy from your bookstore. Honestly, a dump. Nothing to really see there, just heaps of garbage. Someone should let the sun shine, and I'm no position to give you my personal opinion. I'm gonna just... failing enterprises.
I knew it. Oh, such horrors that have been thrust upon us.
She shakes her head.
But what else did you find? Did anything survive? No, of course not. Have you located the entity?
I have. I talked to her. She's a novelty dice maker. Her name is Niha.
A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
She's not a sorceress or a malicious entity. She's just a businesswoman like you. No, ma'am. I have felt her aura. She is not one to be the blame for this curse. She may be involved, but I have a way to question the malignant entity. No, ma'am. No, she's not a sorceress. She's just a business lady.
I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
She looks perplexed.
The narrative she's built herself, it does need tearing down.
Let's tear it down, baby.
She's squeezing on the pendant too tight. A drop of blood in her palm. Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her. To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie, sire.
We're not going to do that. She says there is no curse because there are too many inconsistencies. She said it's just a capitalism bankruptcy is the core of this system. The source of this is in the taxidermy shop. He's become involved in the arts of dark taxidermy. Honestly, I don't have an answer yet. No, we'll just... everyone is just bad business, guys.
Wait, what?
Her
The entire economic system is cursed?
I'm afraid that only world revolution can help you. Yes, the system must be cleansed of... Oh, God. It's true, we live in a precarious world. Nothing ever turns out right. You need to be used to the chaos. What I meant was, I found the source of the doom. Forget about the economy thing. Hold on, wait. I'm afraid that only the world revolution can help you. Yes, the system must be cleansed of immigrant labor. It's true, we live in a precarious world. Nothing ever turns out right. You just need to get used to the chaos.
Precarious world? Economy?
She looks down at the pendant in trembling hands.
I understand what's going on here. You went in there, rummaged around, and accomplished nothing. And now you're telling me these intellectual things to cover up for it.
Wow.
It's okay. You don't have to. I was wrong to trust another person. I will manage this psychic calamity as I always have. Alone. On my own. Thank you for nothing. Please, do buy some books, or be on your way.
Wow.
Total psychic collapse between you two right now.
She's just stupid.
There was never any other way this could have gone. She's just too far gone into her own mind.
Yeah, see, she's just... God, okay. Alright, well, at least we got 2 things off the list. I was tired of looking at them. Where's the rest of the armor? I guess we could talk to the kid, too, but I guess let's do the theory thing. At 2100 tonight, we gotta talk to what's-his-name. Let's go. Alright. We have another upgrade. I'm gonna wait on that in case we need it. Do I really want to talk to that kid? Let's F5 for a second. God, he's so annoying. Honestly, the measurehead guy's annoying too. They both need to get off the list, so let's just talk to them. I'm not gonna get too crazy with the kids because they're a pain in the ass and they're obviously high on drugs. So that doesn't help for shit. Was that guy always there? On top of that? I mean, I don't particularly remember that, but sure. We're gonna use this to go up the stairs. It's a pain in the ass otherwise. I want to talk to the guy before we talk to Mignana here. I have a feeling the door Eva Claire wants us to leave open is the smoker on the balcony's door, which I don't know if I'm going to do or not. We'll see. I'm hoping once I talk to him about this other thing, he'll let me through, and I think there's bottles and other fun stuff we can get.
The unpromising race pupil returns.
Let's go over that funky race classification again. I think I know what it is.
And?
It's shit, I just wanted to get into the harbor. Paradoxically, you plan to supersede the Occidentals with your own race theory. This racecraft is what rich people want us to do while they get all the money. It's just something you shock people with, liberal and progressive people. It's whatever you want it to be. It's free association language exercise. Degenerate race hero. I don't know about the rest, but it's clear I should stop drinking the ancient Ilerma mind poison Al Ghul. We could just be jokey about it, because I don't want to feed into this guy's delusion.
Fascinating. The Revacholian degenerate shows signs of racial self-reflection. How did you accomplish this little feat?
I sobered up for 5 minutes. I imagined the cynic face of the desert pygmy laughing at me, crooked and teeth grinning. I imagined a woman laughing at me beneath pity, terrible and beautiful. I've always been 100% clear to me that the answer of the race is I should stop drinking.
So it would seem, Ralph Rule. On one hand, this pathetic self-therapy has little to do with the great mystery of living organisms. The race enigma.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not agreeing with this dude, but essentially, I mean, it's honest. I sobered up, and in my dream, I'm like, I can't feed into getting high or getting drunk again. We're just gonna free ourselves with that.
And, of course, you will not be able to free yourself from the yoke of rule. It is too late. It may be lethal to stop at this point, but still.
He pauses in heroic doubt.
If the Revacholian degenerate is capable of critical thought, he may prove a race adversary yet. Was I mistaken to share the esoteric science with him?
It's a mistake in general that you're a racist, but hey.
John, baby, you did the heroic thing.
You're right, who am I kidding? Without party time, gray reality is devoid of reason. I will stop drinking.
That is not possible. The game of Shahmat you play against the rule streaks is unwinnable. The days, the weeks, the months will wear you out. The Occidental haplogroup is incapable of long-term, lucid thoughts.
We're gonna keep fighting it. I'm gonna say you're wrong. I'm gonna quit, my dude.
You will not. You cannot withstand the wasteland of reality.
It's super hard, John. My mom couldn't do it either.
Okay. Why are you not with the Hardy Boys? Isn't Eval Claire the Union boss white, though?
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
He turns his eyes toward the harbor, seemingly bored with you. But yeah, but you still serve him. How does that factor into your life, though?
Mr. Claire is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront international capital, which is something your race naivistic communists never did.
Because in essence, if you really think about it, Eval Claire is technically, like, his boss is technically like me. He is that pale white, I guess in his eyes, a weak person of his race, right? Which falls in line with what he calls other degenerate races, right? Which is what he was making fun of us for the last time we spoke to him, before we had to internalize this ridiculous thing he wanted us to think about. So that's why I would just figure I would poke at him and see what he thought about it. He's really just placating to the fact that this guy pays him, so.
Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
I'm no communist. Communism is pretty cool. Individualism is my jam. My jam is a mysterious fourth thing.
Jam. Individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have you not? You have picked them up from rock and roll songs?
I've gotten it from disco, actually.
Offshoots of the Seminoles people invented disco while having sex under the influence of cocaine. It is a shame upon my race. But what is done is done.
Uh-huh.
I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race.
We've kind of talked to him about this. I'm just gonna pass.
Messier stoically looks to the distance in silence.
I know he's not our last guy, but I'm just curious. Why are you not with the Hardy Boys?
I am not the first line of defense. I am the last. In addition, these so-called Hardy Boys are an effeminate clique of bodybuilders. Their company is spiritually degrading.
You pick up on something artificial in his tone, like he's putting on an act. This is unlike him. He is usually more himself.
But you're all a part of the union. There's more to it. What have you got against him? But yeah, but you're all a part of the union, right?
The hardy manlets are on the pay of the company. I answer to the union alone. And I do this out of race heroism. Finance is an alien concept to the Simonese.
Okay.
Now leave me be. I must luxuriate in the company of my woman.
Okay, but there has to be more. What have you got against him?
Fine. They have recently fallen under the influence of a possibly sexually perverted female vagrant and a narcotics peddler. It's shameful.
Oh, okay, so hold on. This might be our female, so maybe it isn't the lawyer? Because last episode we confronted the quote-unquote Hardy Boy union workers, who we deduced were the men who killed our guy in the back. We didn't push them very hard because I wanted to kind of give them a power trip that we know that it's them and then walk away from. But Measurehead, the seventh footstep, or the last person, I think it was 7th or 8th member, wasn't present with them, so it was one set of footprints not accounted for. We're trying to figure out who that last one is, and we deduce it's a female. So this might be it. Who do you mean?
Find out for yourself. Endomorphic blob.
Ah, damn you. Okay, we'll leave. You really won't let me, walk past here? Alright. This is the new thing we can internal. Oh, we're gonna forget this, because I don't want to have that anymore. A physical coach is like an intense workout. Wasteland of reality. It's been brought to your attention that you're an alcoholic, and that is a sickness. It's killing you, and you're crawling on your knees through life, your boost-filled belly dragging to the ground. Your brain is now fuzzy, now in overdrive. Your hair is sticking together with today's cold sweat and yesterday's vomit. Perhaps they're right. Anything is better than this. Even bone-dry reality itself. Maybe you can quit. We're going to internalize this, because I would really like our character to quit, so we can get our stuff together. We can forget this. Is there anything else new we can get here? What is... Oh, I maybe shouldn't have done that. Let's internalize this. We have 7 total points we can use for something. What was our other thing we wanted to upgrade? We could do inland again. Let's wait before we use it. Back to our list here. So we got that off the list. Close the water lock on Wednesday. Run the number on the victim's armor. We talked to them last episode. We needed to talk to them Wednesday. We should have more info on that, on this. Because the Alice lady was going to look more into who actually purchased the armor, because I guess the armor is specialty and made specifically to fit somebody. So we're going to see if she can come back with more. We need to find out how to get $30 for this. Track down your badge. It's unclear how you should go about finding a tiny piece of plastic in a world of huge. As huge it is, maybe you'll just stumble across it. Maybe the line. Miracles happen. Put the clothes in the trash. Ask Cuno. It always leads back to this damn kid. Who else has unauthorized access to whirling trash? Find the person and you'll know who tampered with the scene. It may take a while. So really, 2 of these things is to ask Cuno, and I really don't want to talk to that kid. And we also got to talk to Joyce. I mean, we have a lot of time because we don't have what's-his-name with us, but it could be hard for us to internalize all that information without having our partner with us, but I feel like we need to do something. So let's, I'm almost wondering, maybe Joyce has more info on the tattoo? I know what's-his-name's probably mad at us, but I'm not going to talk with him just yet. Come on, let's go. Do we actually have stuff in the bag? We have 14 bottles. Let's check those in real quick. Let's sell them.
The tear machine stands in the corner. Your bottles clunk into the machine.
And now real quick, what are our items? Ooh, this would give us a lot of money, but I feel like this will come in handy at some point. We can sell some of these postcard things. The pen seems important because we were right with it. The gun's worth a lot. So I guess if we're really desperate, we could, but I'd kind of like to keep it. It says it'd be a shame if we sold it. So that tells me it might be important down the line. Actually, do you have anything new to say, racist lorryman?
Looking for something?
Let's go. God, let's talk to this stupid kid right now. This is gonna be a mess. An awful mess. Is there anything new with this?
There are 8 pairs of tracks in the mud. 3 stick out. But you won't get far without a lieutenant here to bounce thoughts off of.
Okay. Let's talk to the kid.
You missed a good show before. A kid came by and completely fucked the tree to pieces.
He fucked the tree up! Fucked it good! It was porno!
Gross.
By the way, kipped is a racial slur.
Stop using that K word. It belongs to the past. Oh, I'm not gonna say that. Total artards use language like that. Congratulations, Cuno. You just made yourself an artard. Oh yeah, kids, not an approval, but don't you mean we're not gonna do that? Wish could I have been here to see it. Now I have some questions.
Shoot that shit at Cuno, pig-o-naught.
The body, what do you know about it? About the crime scene? You kids often play in the yard? I gotta ask, who is Cuno? Cuno, I found your shack.
You found Cuno's secret door to Cuno's secret shack. It was closed for 5,000 years. How the fuck did you get in?
I phase shifted through the roofing material, my dude.
Shit. Get the fuck out of here. You can't do that.
He can't do that, Cuno! He's trying to fuck at you again!
I shouldn't have said that.
Pigs can't displace. Can't do that teleport shit.
He says to himself, then turns to you.
How did you like it in there, pig-o boy? Cuno's got a lot of cool shit there, right?
What's with the tube of Elysium, kid?
It's a vitamin, pig. Don't you know anything?
He looks at you like he pointed at the sun and asked what it is.
You could use some.
It's magnesium, right? Yeah, whatever.
Okay, whatever. You fucking need that shit to stay on top of your game. Cuno goes through like a tube a day, and you look like you could use a bottle.
Oh, don't teach him, Cuno! He's gonna use it against you, Cuno!
I know all about magnesium. I rock it all the time. Alright, come on. It's just magnesium. Don't mystify it, alright?
You're not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like you didn't do anything. Like you stayed home playing with your choo-choo.
He looks at you with eyes bulging.
Fuck you, pig! Don't do mag! You're gonna OD and you're gonna fucking die!
Alright, let's move on.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Cuno about his kingdom.
Let's see here. Who is Cuno?
Cuno's Cuno, pig?
It's always Cuno, never I. Clearly the kid's using the third-person perspective as a shield.
Interesting, you refer to yourself in third person to distance yourself from the situation, huh?
Cuno doesn't do that smart shit. Don't throw that book shit at Cuno. Cuno knows you're lying. Trying to get Cuno hooked on the book.
Watch out, Cuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you!
Oh my god.
Help! Pig's got Cuno! Help! Rape!
Help! He's got the Cuno, help!
I'm just gonna conclude this
Yeah?
conversation.
Get out of here before the Cuno beats the shit out of you.
Yeah, that's right. Drag your fat ass out of here, fat boy, before Cuno fucks you.
These kids are crazy.
Got fucked by the Cuno. We alright? You wanna get fucked?
See what I'm saying? These kids are just wild. So does that change anything? I really hate these kids.
Fuck does Cuno care?
About the body, you know anything about it?
Shitload pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Cuno.
I have questions.
Pig's choking. He's totally choking. Fucking idiot Mulcapa. Doesn't know any questions.
The lieutenant is sitting on the edge of his bed, 20 kilometers from here, and cleaning his boots. An archetypal policeman like him would definitely come up with some questions to ask right now. Unlike you, standing here alone, unable to gather your thoughts.
About the crime scene, you kids often play in this yard.
Right, pig. This is where Cuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. Fuck do you want with it?
They were in there. How'd they get there?
Yeah, Cuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Cuno.
I need to know. It could lead to an investigation. Someone maybe tampered with it.
Listen. Cuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Cuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Sad shit. Cuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Cuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real.
We asked you what happened to his clothes. You must have seen them lying around then. Alright, entertain me. What's so great about these pants? No, Cuno, you don't know anything about tampering. I'm investigating. I've already... Wait, hold on. Wait, I asked you what happened to his clothes. You must have seen them lying around.
Look, Cuno ain't seen shit lying around. Except for that you took away. Now you want performance gear or not, Grandpa?
Alright, entertain me. What's so great about these pants? No. Cuno, you don't know anything about the tampering. I'm investigating. I already have pants.
Whatever. Cuno was trying to help you, but you're too fat for fouling anyway, pig.
There was also a mug in the trash. Show him the mug. The ladder. Ever climb it? What's with that greenhouse over there?
I don't know. Kipta's gardener used to work there.
Hold on, the gardener used to work there?
Yeah, that's what Cuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Cuno can take it. Shit's nothing to Cuno.
Yeah, it turns out she's a union fixer.
The fuck does this have to do with the Cuno? Cuno doesn't give a shit who she is.
The ladder, points the ladder. Let's just walk away.
Yeah, whatever. Cuno doesn't give a shit.
I have more questions about the crime scene.
Yeah. The kingdom of Cuno. The fuck do you want with it?
There was this mug. You know anything about it?
The fuck? A mug in the trash. Is this about the fucking clothes again?
Yes, does this racist mug have anything to do with it? Yes, does this adequate depiction of South Samaritan man have anything to do with it? Yes, does this quaint, better not taken out of context mug having to actually... Talking about this makes me uncomfortable. Let's put it up a notch. Yeah, does this have anything to do with it?
Yeah, Cuno sees where this is going. Cuno's got that fast brain. You saying you pigs are after the mug fucker? Cause he's the clothes fucker?
I can't hear you, Cuno. Speak louder, Cuno.
That's exactly what I'm saying. You think someone tampered with it? Come clean, buddy.
Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator.
He nods in approval.
Cuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can...
Tell the Cuno who it was. He's curious. He likes putting 2 and 2 together here.
Stop turning into a pig, Cuno. They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching. Get away from my Cuno.
Damn.
Yeah, get your bacon shit away. Cuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Cuno's face.
The ladder, you ever climb it?
Look at that fucking shit. You're trying to get Cuno killed.
So you would say that the ladder is unclimbable?
Fuck does Cuno know? Cuno's not a fucking acrobat.
It's a trap, Cuno. Don't climb it, Cuno.
I might have questions later. We'll talk about something
whatever.
else.
Cuno doesn't give a shit.
Do we really want to ask him about the shack? Not really.
Cuno doesn't fucking care.
Alright, cool. Thank God. We lost a little bit of morale there, but as long as we got through the basic shit, I don't want to have to talk to him ever again. So we asked Cuno, he doesn't know shit about that. There was one other thing on here. So I guess we could just go back and talk to Joyce, because this is a later thing. These two things are for Wednesday. We have to find out how to pay Gart money later. Smoker on the balcony is at 2100 hours, and that's nowhere near time. So let's go talk to Joyce. At least we got this other shit done. I really hate talking to those kids. They are just total garbage. For real. Like, real deal. They're incredibly uncomfortable
There.
here.
Working class drunk. You know what this means, right?
Case solved.
Cracked it. All in a good day's work.
Open and shut. I don't even need to think about this anymore. Because I really don't. Let's go. Let's go. Actually, do these refill with trash? Hold on. Just curious. No? Okay. Well, let's go. Man, what a mess this is. What a mess. Do we think that creepy Alice girl up here will have more info? Let me see. Was there always steam coming from that? Is she up here?
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
I want to make the thing a little bigger. I like seeing it wider. How do I get up here? I would really like to know how to get up there, but that's okay. Let's talk to Joyce, see if she has any more info on our reality not falling apart anymore. Joyce.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
By the way, I've talked to Eva Claire. Do you know something about these tattoos? Show her the photo.
That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question.
So you know something about the tattoos?
Better not tie the fourth day to the Bat's Day on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with.
Tell me something about this alleged drug trafficking.
It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samar and Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
Okay, what kind of ingredients we talking?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff.
Okay, so you're telling me that Samar to Ravachol through this terminal?
Yes. After they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here.
Okay.
Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dockworkers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link.
The handoff. The motor lorries at the roundabout.
The lorries?
Precisely. Someone needs to move the ingredients from the harbour into the city. Once they reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they're vulnerable.
How convenient that they're stranded like beached whales at that roundabout.
Okay.
Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment.
She gives you a knowing look.
I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
Uncovering Union secrets could also give you an upper hand when dealing with them.
Why didn't you come to the RCM earlier? It's no coincidence the lorries are stranded there like that, is it? What proof do you have that the Union's involved? We already have some suspicions that one of the drivers was present at the lynching. Okay, I've made up my mind to smuggling investigation. Why didn't you just call us earlier?
We did. On more than one occasion. Apparently, there's some sort of inter-precinct disagreement about whose jurisdiction this area falls under.
That's not really my area. I just want to get to the bottom of this.
Well, here's your chance.
It's no coincidence. What proof do you have it's the Union?
How do you think they're financing this strike? There are thousands of unpaid dock workers going strong for the fourth month straight. It's true they drove a number of the local businesses to bankruptcy preparing for this venture. I've talked to a few business owners. It was quite the shakedown. But the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men.
So you think the strike is being funded with the source ingredients for the drugs?
Precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely, then loaded onto lorries and driven to Jamrock. You simply need to find one driver who will open up to you.
Okay, it's no coincidence the lorries are stranded there, is it?
No. We asked East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of one of our subsidiaries. However...
She pauses, looking to the sea.
This is a limited time opportunity. Once the complaint has been processed by the Trade Committee, they'll have no choice but to lower the drawbridge, and the operation will continue.
Interesting.
Thousands of litres of raw ingredients will pour onto the streets of Revachol. Not the east across the river, but the west. The vulnerable, the weary.
We already have some suspicion that one of the drivers was present during the lynching.
The two might even be connected.
I guess. I've made up my mind about the smuggling investigation.
Yes?
I'll look into and probe the drivers and see what it yields.
Excellent.
Takes a long sip of tea.
According to my reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering near the roundabout. Hopefully one of them will know something. It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I suspect the traffic jam won't disperse for a few more days. You should have the time you need. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance.
All right, well, I've actually talked to Eva Claire.
You have? And how did you like Mr. Clare?
I didn't. He's a beautiful man, beautiful and just. Eva Claire is a hero of the workers' movement. He's a champion. I've sworn fealty to him. He's a bloated rainbow socialist. I can do business with him for a socialist. He's reasonable. He's not the champion I've chosen. I wish to swear fealty to you in the cause of the capital. That's not important if I liked him. I'm just doing my job.
Of course, Detective. Excuse me for implying otherwise. I don't expect you to share anything he told you with me. I'm not a corrupt verm myself. However, if you felt like passing some information, how could I stop you? Are we not human? Are we not curious to hear another person's take? It's only natural. We would only be gossiping.
Intellectually speaking, it would be quite interesting to hear what she has to say about these things.
Mr. Aver is helping me. Or no, I'd rather talk about something else.
Of course, Detective. Should something come up later down the road, don't be afraid to drop by for a chat. Until then, is there anything I can help you with?
Let's ask more about the reality.
More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
Interesting. What time are these?
These are unimportant times, Detective. You and I were born after the dust had settled. 1,000th of a second too late.
Too late for what?
For the big time.
Her eyes light up. There's a flash of teeth. What is the big time?
The revolution.
What is the revolution I keep hearing about?
It's quite easy. Every 100 years or so, our species gets together to decide what's next, who gets shot in the head, and who gets the mineral rights. It's a real kerfuffle.
Would you say it was a bunch of apes duking it out? Who's got shot in the head? Who got the mineral rights? When was this kerfuffle? Would you say it's a bunch of drunken apes that duke it out?
Why, of course. We're talking Duke Out Central. Full swing intraspecies warfare.
And the apes, were they evil?
No. I would say the apes were neutral.
She looks at you, her gaze is sharp. Okay. Neutral.
On the other hand...
She turns north to the bombed out buildings lining the waterfront, then shivers slightly. So, who got shot in the head then, in your
Those
theory?
would be the communists. Generally speaking, 40 million people got shot in the head during the World Revolution. But the communists... they all got shot in the head. Oh, and the anarchists too. They shot them well. So well, one forgets they even existed.
Got it.
She likes the totality of it.
You could say they got totally shot in the head, right?
Indeed. They piled them in mass graves in Ozon. And, well, that's the last anyone heard of those people.
Okay, did the communists and anarchists shoot back?
Did they ever? Before they got shot themselves, They shot 2 million people.
It's a tragedy. Sounds like they should have shot more people. Sounds like a tragedy.
Yes. The Red Deluge. The Insulindian Deluge, they call it.
Anyone else get shot in the head on the opposing side?
Oh, lots of people. Even the king got shot in the head, or thrown beneath a horse, or drowned. Accounts differ. It was unceremonious. Just as well, he wasn't actually the king. Just the king's nephew.
Okay.
The real king abdicated and lived out a long and productive life as a venture capitalist in Grad.
I mean, he sounded smart for not being there.
Yes. King Guillaume had a nose for bad PR. He ran before it. What is the expression? Went down? Anyway, Gil got out alive and his nephew Frisell got shot in his place. Him and tens of thousands of his wonderfully fascist kingsmen. It was a wild time.
So in the end, who would you say got the mineral rights then?
The liberals got the mineral rights. And by mineral rights, I mean everything.
Okay, but by liberals in this case, you mean?
Liberals are usually middle-class people, Detective. Or the remaining gentry. The beneficiaries of the pre-revolutionary arrangement.
Sorry, guys. I thought she not the literal term.
Some were rich enough to stay with the Constitution, with monarchy. Big mistake. Others bet on the revolution. They were called the ultras or ultra-liberals. They fared well.
How did the liberals win at all?
They didn't win so much as survive. We were the last ones standing when the war ended. Everyone else got shot in the head, remember?
We. She's one of them. Of course.
If anyone's got shot, who was there to surrender to?
To foreign intervention. The coalition. Those people really took the mineral rights.
Okay, now we kind of got word of this coalition before. They're the ones that kind of sorted out the trade and everything and made their laws and everything. But we'll ask again. Who were the coalition again?
The Coalition of Nations.
Yeah.
Grad, Mesk, Vesper, Messina, Oranje, and Sur-la-Clay. The armed center of the world. They landed here and ended the revolution. It was the moralist thing to do.
Moralist?
The moralists believe in keeping everything exactly the way it is. They believe in mineral rights and not shooting people in the head.
Got it.
At least not in the same manner and volume as the others do. They are the long-standing provisional rulers of Revachol now, the coalition government. This is their zone of control. They embolden the RCM with crumbs of the same law they took. Technically speaking, you are a moralist.
Right, yeah, because I'm about to say the coalition is what started the RCM.
The color of moralism is blue. The official motto of Moral Intern, or Moralist International, is a blue forget-me-not, a piece of grey sky. Unofficial. For a moment, there was hope.
Okay, option 1, I don't think I'm a moralist. No, just technically, practically, for a moment there was hope. If always picking the opinion that doesn't commit to anything, then hell, yes, I am, and also not. I mean, we're not a good dude, we've proven that. Let's just stick with neutral. For a moment, there was hope.
A devout man of the center. Hard to come by. It's good to have someone who takes a moderate approach to head shooting. In your line of work, I mean.
Right. When was this kerfuffle?
The turn of the century revolution? Don't answer it. It's a trick question. The revolution began in 02 on the Isla of Grad, though by the end, nearly the whole world had gotten involved. It wasn't a who, but a what. A pandemic of Zarat, a particularly virulent prion disease, which the authorities in Grad proved unable to contain. Then Mazov came along and overthrew the government.
What did this, Seraph do exactly?
It made people overthrow their governments.
No way.
Indeed. Zarat is a highly infectious microorganism that destroyed brain tissue. The actual causes of the revolution were material. The pandemic only provided the spark.
I think she's joking here, but we'll see. Where did it spread from there?
From Revachol and Grad? Not far. The world managed to cauterize itself. Mazov's government was overthrown in '08, and the coalition crushed the Revachol commune 2 years later. It was the end.
But I think her brain disease is her word for stupidity. It spread, right? What came next?
Why? You and I, officer. Our lives in the zone of control.
Okay.
Something tells you her life and yours are not that similar. Maybe it's because she has a boat and you have that necktie? A pair of pants?
Right. Our lives are pretty different from each other. What is the zone of control? What happened to the rest of the world? I think we're a little bit more different than you think.
No doubt. But we share the same time and position on the planet's crust. That counts for more than you think.
Right, because we're in similar age, I guess. So what's the zone of control?
A city-state divided into free market zones under the everlasting interregnum of the Coalition of Nations. And you, of course, the citizens' militia.
So see, we needed to talk to Joyce before talking to, the woman in the wheelchair in the inn. Because we were able to answer quite a bit of her questions, but the last question was about, what kind of government did we live under? And there was a big swath of choices, and I didn't know at that moment. That was like episode 2 or something. What kind of government we were under, and I made the wrong guess, and she looked concerned. I mean, that's how we got the little ape pen, but anyway, we'll continue.
The clatter of typewriter keys fills the main hall of the reappropriated silk mill. Precinct 41. Chad Tilbrook presses enter. Outside, Officer Elfboy Williams slams the door of an armored motor carriage.
The zone of control is the third incarnation of Revachol, after the failure of the suzerain and the commune.
Okay, so then what happened to the rest of the world?
Modernity. They developed the marvels of the inter-eastlery communication, telematic milieus, radiation, colored plastics. Meanwhile, in Revachol West, the aftermath continues for the 5th decade.
So unimproved.
51 minus 8 equals 43.
Wait, you're saying it's been like this for 43 years?
Time flies.
And what have we been doing all this time?
The 20s saw a decade of urban war, west of the river leveled, offshore platforms in flames. Still, it's regarded as an improvement on what came before. 08 to 19 was simply hell.
And after that?
The 30s. Things settled down in the 30s. Revachol East transformed itself into the world's largest tax haven, with the international community's blessing. For the first time in a long time, it seemed like things were going somewhere.
Okay.
All that untaxed income must have fueled the new. That can only mean one thing.
That's when they discovered the disco, right?
Yes. And quantitative easing. It was a market mirage, unfortunately. The 40s dispelled it. An Isola-wide hangover, you might say. So, here we are.
She curtsies.
Welcome to reality, baby.
We got the lowdown, baby.
For her to be where she is, Wild Pines Group must have picked the right side.
So which side was this group on? Pines Group, I mean.
They picked the winning side. That's why they're here, and others are not.
So they chose wisely then?
Perhaps it wouldn't have turned out that way had I been in charge. I might have bet on the king and led the Pines to doom.
So hold on, you would have sided with the king?
I would have sided with the cannons. If you'd seen the calibers of the things, you might have too. Perhaps it's better I was born when I was. 10 of the 14 Indo tribes got it wrong. Feld, Kupri, Tricentennial. So I suppose I would have been in good company.
And what would you have done differently then?
Good question. What would you have done differently?
I asked you, who are you in all this?
And I asked you, past-less detective of the Citizens Militia, what insight has acute encephalopathy given to you?
I would have sought a medical solution. Sounds like Terrasol drove those people mad. I would have killed more, 400 million if that's what it took. I would have positioned myself very precisely. I would have made it out with the mineral rights. Yeah.
You and everyone else. But that's got nothing to do with preventing the revolution. Oh, well. What was, I guess.
Okay, that's enough about the times.
They are what they are. Who knows? An afterbloom may yet come. Anyway, enough sentimentality. Is there anything else you want to know?
Not so fast. Who is she in all this? Ask her who she is. She owes you an answer.
Okay, so I want to know what you are, though. She hums.
She won't maneuver her way out of this one.
Who are you?
I am the vilest of the vile. A traitor. A devourer of nations and infants.
Okay, with the metaphors.
I am an ultra.
Oh, okay.
She raises the corner of her mouth, smirking, revealing a canine.
Dios mío, draws across a liberal. Cool. I liberate pretty hard myself. I don't understand what's so vile about that. We'll be jokey with her.
Yes. I am the nether creature of the Forbidden Swamp. I pushed the king under a shit wagon and betrayed the revolution. My kind surrendered the nation to financial colonists. I can see you thought our kind were all extinct. After all, no sane person identifies as this anymore. Not in broad daylight. I can see we're not so different, you know. Tell me, now that I've uncoiled myself, do you find me frightening?
In her green eyes, you see a mixture of truth and self-satire. Decades of guilt and pride.
Well, we'll play with her. I forgive you, but only because you're charming.
A devil, who being of great charm and guile, sneaketh into the homes of the godly.
That dialect is ubi sunt. You recognize it's a quote from somewhere. A play written way back in the Franco-Nigerian century.
And persuades them to addict themselves to his service.
Ah, maybe you remember more than you let on. Despite whatever brain damage the alcohol may have inflicted.
Vile de Ville.
I hope we're able to continue as friends, despite my scaly bulk and my intimidating liberal credentials. This was not the plan all along. When the dust settled, the liberals were the only ones left to clean up the mess. By virtue of their survival, they were handed enormous power to shape the future. This was all our last generation managed.
Guys, if I get on her good side, maybe she'll give me cash to pay Gart, right? Would you have done something differently?
With due respect to our overlords, the eternal caretaker government that keeps Martinez a monument to the efficacy of its artillery.
No, it sucks. This area is in shit because no one's helping them.
I would not have relinquished sovereignty to the Coalition. Not here in Martinez, and not in the Stella Maris or Delta Beachheads either. If not for my own sake.
She realizes her small, cold fists are clenched. She loosens them.
Then for my daughters. We had an obligation to defend our sovereignty. We should have burned the whole Isla down rather than let them have it.
Dark orange flames reflect in her green eyes. An oil fire on the ocean.
Ah, so you're kind of more of an extreme person than a patriot?
Yes, I suppose I am. But I wouldn't be a patriot anywhere but here.
Alright, you have daughters?
Yes. Whatever else I am, I'm also a mother. And a wife. Now, shall we return to reality?
We have one more. Let's ask this one. What is this?
A bird? A sphenicid? A flightless bird of the polar regions?
And then what is this place here?
Ah. This is the pier of Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A, where the tenants have been kind enough to rent me a slot. Or two.
She looks around. What is Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A?
A pre-revolutionary tenement. Old buildings are called tenements, you see. And new buildings, bâtiments. After les bâtiments nouveaux. But 33A and 33B are not nouveaux. They're old.
She looks up at the crumbling facade.
This one used to be 8 to 10 stories tall. A real high-rise by the standards of the last century. Built to mirror the skyscrapers across the bay in the Delta. That was before the war, of course.
Ah, and then who lived in them?
Mostly the urban middle class, I believe. This was once primo real estate, before the cannons lopped 4 or 5 stories off.
Splat, splat.
From the dilapidated balcony, Cindy the Skull gives Joyce the evil eye, her red paintbrush held to her throat.
Wonderful.
What is that? Point to Cindy the Skull.
The girl in the old lady rags?
Yes.
Looks like a sullen and rebellious member of a teen infraculture.
Infraculture?
Yes. You and I belong to the supraculture. We're common, the herd. The music on the radio, the food in the chain restaurant, those are all too popular for the girl in the old lady rags.
So in a way, Joyce is kind of living in the past. I mean, she definitely thinks her age and, I guess, her knowledge puts her above other people.
She prefers a fantasy world, an infraculture with its own dress code and vernacular. It is an illusion, I'm afraid. There is no refuge from the supraculture.
Okay, now explain the same thing, but to a child. I understand everything. Make it more complicated somehow. Explain to me like I'm a child.
Young people who dye their hair funny colours and wear old people's clothes are stupid, and their little rebellion is self-defeating.
Okay.
All right. What next?
Suddenly, you're not so sure you're part of the supraculture.
I mean, not that I disagree with what people want to do, but would we say our guy is a part of that? I mean, we do drugs and drink, but I'm sure you still drink even if you, or do drugs even as a rich person. I'm gonna let that slide.
Of course, no time for silly infracultures. There are more pressing, reality-centric questions to be asked.
What is, think of something close to you. Let's see if we get this.
6
Nice.
kilometers southwest, in the Valley of Dogs, Junior Officer Chad Tilbrook takes aim at a rabid black dog licking its wounds in the grass. To his left, his partner, Emil Mullins, whispers, "You heard what happened to Tequila Sunset in Martinez?" "Yes, he lost his mind," Tilbrook answers, fingers on the trigger. "Don't worry, Emil." He pulls it out slowly. Slowly now. He'll find it again. We always do.
So what am I then?
You? You're an officer of the RCM.
The Revachol Citizens Militia?
Preciso Mundo.
Good, and we kind of already know this, but let's finish the thought. What is the RCM?
Nothing more nor less than the de facto law enforcement body of post-revolutionary Revachol, Detective.
You said de facto?
Yes. That means not de jure. The RCM acts in what is poetically called the twilight of international law, both at the behest of the coalition government and to its chagrin.
Okay, what do you mean, or that's it for the who I am part then? What do you mean?
The RCM's responsibilities are defined by the Emergency, Wayfarer and Aliments Acts, 3 pieces of legislation keeping the city in a, let's be honest, laissez-faire stasis to the benefit of foreign capital.
So basically I'm going to avoid this subject and ask the next question in the line of inquiry. Well, we passed the roll. So basically, I mean, you want to hope that the cop is a good guy, but under the coalition, it may be otherwise I'm a lackey, I guess, but am I a good guy?
There's nothing basic about your role, Detective. It's true that the RCM keeps everything the way our seemingly permanent provisional rulers like it.
Right, yeah, the coalition.
Yet, on the other hand, I know these people. I deal with them daily. Let me tell you, dear, they are not fans of you.
Why?
The post-revolutionary decade was a disaster for the coalition government. Revachol in the 20s was hell, especially on the west side of the river. Gang warfare, a botched privatization scheme, a nuclear pile meltdown.
Okay.
They called it the international zone because no nation wanted to claim responsibility. The RCM restored peace where the coalition failed. A true blue citizens' initiative. They will never forgive you. So permit me to conclude with this. Who you are to me is the police, the only legitimate law enforcement authority in Revachol.
Okay, thanks.
And if those authorities drink so hard they need help recalling the basic terms of reality, well, I'm here to help.
This popped up. Let's just... Because I wanted to conclude our thing. Let's say we're
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know. Anything else?
That's all for now. What are we thinking here?
Coach physical instrument. Wait, how did you know all those hammer throw techniques? How do you know how to hold a discus? Or the world youth record in discus? Something doesn't add up here. This mushy thing between your ears didn't know the name of the city you're in, but it comes loaded with trivia about the correct chin position of a shot put ball. Could it be that? Shut up, namby-pamby. This train of thought ends abruptly. It's leg day. Straighten your rhombus muscle. It's shirts versus skins. Take your shirt off, Namby. Your skins.
Got it. Oh, and we're almost close to another upgrade, guys. Learning cat for perception raised to 5 gives you 1 size speed. Is there anything else that'll... Not really. I'm gonna leave those there. Our other stuff. So did that take it off the list? There is something she wants to tell you or just have present with her for the badge to hear it. We need to find our badge for that. Who made the call? Smoker on the balcony later. Someone else might know. Let's talk to that Lucy again. Let's go talk to the drivers again. I thought that because we talked to them, it would maybe count. It always does this to the camera. See if she changes her tune here.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Okay. That's not new, so hold on. This thing still has us here. What is this again? I think I missed the perception check for this, right?
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Oh, her artistic stuff is infectious. Let's try it.
Yeah. Why? It's a wall. An ordinary wall.
Interesting. What
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Put points into conceptualization. We have 7. I mean, we could and see if we can make that pass. I feel like I should save this. I could put it into 2 much smaller ones. Do we think this other kid has any info? I really hate talking to him.
On me again! Trying to snuff me out! Get away, pig!
Okay. Well then. Alright, so what's next here? We talked to the madam. I guess let's talk to the lorry drivers. We'll do that next episode, I guess. Let me cruise on over here again. Can I hold... I'm only curious. Now, this one we could complete some of our other past cases. Will that help us? I don't know. We should worry about that right now. Oh, what's going on here? Maybe a sea monster to the plaza. Oh, let's talk about the crack. It's the bomb shelling. Okay, guys. We're gonna end it here for right now. Next episode, we'll interview the lorrymen again, or the drivers, and see if we can't get different info than we've already gotten. And, I guess maybe either conceptualize some cases to pass the time until it's 2100, because we do have to interrogate that guy on the balcony. So, alright. I appreciate you joining me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.